Welcome to this special episode, a series with iconic and legendary women of music, film, dance, and entertainment. Our focus, Freda Josephine Baker McDonald, better known as Joséphine Baker, one of the biggest superstars of the era in the turn of the century. Here we go.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss.
Joséphine Baker was an American-born French dancer, singer, and actress. Known for her stunning beauty, extraordinary skills as a dancer, and her ability to stand up for injustice, hate, and discrimination, she became a global icon that we continue to celebrate today. Born June 3, 1906, Baker's career was centered primarily in Europe, mostly in her adopted France. She was the first black woman to star in a major motion picture, the 1927 silent film Siren of the Tropics. That is amazing. We're talking 1927. Now a message from our supporters. Discover amazing getaway deals in Miami. Book now. Greater Miami and Miami Beach. Now back to the show. During her early career, Baker was among the most celebrated performers in the world to headline the revues of Folies Bergère in Paris. Her performance in the revue Une Fête de Folie in 1927 caused a sensation in the city. She shut it down. Her costume, consisting of only a short skirt and artificial bananas and a beaded necklace, became an iconic image and a symbol for both the Jazz Age and the Roaring Twenties. Baker was celebrated by artists and intellectuals of the era. They called her the Black Venus, the Black Pearl, the Bronze Venus, and Creole Goddess. This monumental St. Louis-born talent, she became a French national, a war hero too. Can you figure that? She aided in the French resistance during World War II. So how did she do that? In her sheet music, when she performed, she also used it to send messages within that music, Nazi personnel, positions, and hideouts. Notes were written in invisible ink on Baker's sheet music. After the war, she was awarded the Resistance Medal by the French Committee of National Liberation, by the French military, and was named Chevalier of the Légion d'honneur by General Charles de Gaulle. This woman was extraordinary and strong. She refused to perform for segregated audiences in the United States and is noted for her contributions to the civil rights movement. In 1968, she was offered to be the unofficial leader of the movement in the United States by Coretta Scott King, Dr. King's wife. On November 30th, 2021, Joséphine Baker was inducted into the Pantheon in Paris, the first black woman to receive one of the highest honors in France. All right, here's what we covered in this special episode. Baker became one of the most sought-after performers in the world. Although her audiences were mostly white, Baker's performances followed African themes and style. In her famed show, Danse Sauvage, she danced across the stage in a banana skirt. She was the first black superstar of silent film, music, dance, and theater. To add to her iconic status, she even became a war hero, resisting the Nazis from France.
FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
Part 2. Joséphine Baker, superstar, silent film, music, and dance. At 13, she was waitressing at the Old Chauffeurs Club in St. Louis. She also lived as a street child in the slums of that city, sleeping on cardboard shelters, scavenging for food and garbage cans, making a living doing street corner dancing. In 1925, she moved to New York City, and it was there that she began to find career success. It was also in 1925 that Baker sailed to Paris. She was 19 at the time, and it was there she got her big break. In Paris, she became an instant success for her erotic dancing and appearing practically nude on stage. Wow, that's confidence. After a successful tour of Europe, she broke her contract and returned to France in 1926 to star in Folies Bergère, setting a standard for future acts. Now we're going to go deep here. You've heard the term Art Deco? Well, her success in 1925 coincided with the Arts Décoratifs, which gave birth to the term Art Deco, and also she helped stimulate the renewal of interest in non-Western forms of art, including African. Baker represented one aspect of this fashion, but she also, in later shows in Paris, was often accompanied on stage by her pet cheetah, Chiquita, who was also adorned with a diamond collar. Well, it usually went well, but the cheetah frequently escaped into the orchestra pit where it terrorized the musicians, adding another element of excitement and surprise to her show. Caught the eye of the famous Ernest Hemingway, who called her the most sensational woman anyone ever saw. Picasso drew paintings depicting her alluring beauty, and she became an international superstar. Yeah, she even was one of the first to actually have product endorsements. Baker Fix, a hair gel, bananas, shoes, and cosmetics, among other products. In 1929, Baker became the first African-American star to visit Yugoslavia while on tour in Central Europe via the Orient Express. One of the first women and first black superstars of film, stage, dance, and art, who also elevated the genre, gave back to her community and her culture, and fought racism and discrimination. So anytime you see a Chiquita banana, a cheetah, or an amazing dance routine from one of your top recording artists and dancers, you really need to think about Joséphine Baker. A triple threat. All right, Tony Lassane here giving you the narrative. See you next time. Don't forget to like the video, share with dope friends, comment. Check us out at muMFF.com and social media at muMFF.